I said, "Sarah, I planned something special for you tonight." She replied, "Again? Armin, I am tired. Can we talk later?" I smiled even though something inside me felt heavy. "It won't take long. Just come with me after work." Bilal looked at me and whispered, "Bro, you are too blind in love. She is not the same anymore." I said, "You are overthinking. Sarah loves me." Bilal shook his head. "Then why does she hide her phone every second?" I ignored him. I always did. That day I bought a ring. I kept saying to myself, "She will say yes. She has to." I even imagined her smile. I imagined her saying, "I was waiting for this moment." But reality was already breaking behind my back. Sarah stopped sitting with me at lunch. She said, "I have meetings." I asked every day. She said, "Yes, Armin, don't question me so much." Her voice was different, cold. That night, I followed her after work. Bilal had warned me again. "Don't do this, Armin. You will hurt yourself." I said, "I just need to know the truth." I kept walking behind her at a distance. My heart was beating so fast I could hear it in my ears. She stopped near a cafe. Then I saw him, Zane. He smiled at her like he owned her world. I froze. I whispered, "No, this can't be real." Sarah looked around, then held his hand. Zane said, "You told him yet?" She said, "Not yet. He is too attached. I need time." My legs almost gave up. I stepped back into the shadows. I said to myself, "Attached?" I gave her everything. My phone slipped from my hand, but I caught it before it hit the ground. Sarah laughed softly with him. That laugh used to be mine. I felt something break inside me. I walked away without thinking. Rain started falling, slow at first, then heavy. I stood under a streetlight, soaked, holding an engagement ring in my pocket. I took it out. I said, "So this is what I was planning for nothing?" My hand was shaking. Bilal called me. "Armin, where are you?" I said nothing at first. Then I whispered. "She chose someone else." He went silent. Bilal said softly, "Come home." But I couldn't move. I looked at the ring again. I said, "I trusted her with my future." Rain hit my face harder. I said, "She never even respected it." My chest felt empty. I stood there for a long time. No anger, only silence, only confusion, only betrayal. I finally whispered, "My life is not the same anymore." And I knew that was the truth. I said, "I can't believe this is happening to me, Sarah." Sarah replied, "You are making it worse, Armin. I already told you nothing happened." I looked at her and said, "Then why did I see you with Zane?" Bilal grabbed my shoulder and said, "Bro, calm down. You are falling apart." I said, "I am already broken, Bilal." Nadia stepped closer and said, "Armin, you haven't eaten anything today." I said, "I don't feel hungry anymore." Mr. Cameron called me and said, "Armin, your focus is completely gone." I said, "I am trying, sir, I really am." Halima called me and said, "Beta, please come home early." I said, "Ammi, I can't face anyone right now." Sarah messaged me, "Stop overreacting." I showed Bilal my phone and said, "She thinks I am the problem." Bilal said, "She is playing with your mind." I said, "I wish I could stop thinking about her." Nadia said, "Then let me help you stay stable." I said, "Nothing feels stable anymore." I sat alone and said, "My life is falling apart." Bilal said, "You need to confront her properly." I said, "I am not strong enough for that yet." Sarah came in front of me and said, "Why are you doing this drama?" I said, "Drama? You call this drama?" She said, "You are imagining things." I said, "I saw everything with my own eyes." Zane texted me, "Stay out of our matters." I said, "Our matters?" She was mine. Bilal said, "He is provoking you on purpose." I said, "I feel like I am losing my mind." Nadia said, "You are just in shock." I said, "Shock doesn't feel this painful." Halima said, "Eat something, please." I said, "I can't even swallow anything." Sarah said, "I never cheated on you." I said, "Then explain what I saw." She said, "You misunderstood everything." I said, I trusted you with my life. Bilal said, she is lying to protect herself. I said, it hurts more than anything. Nadia said, don't let this destroy you. I said, it already is destroying me. I skipped work and Mr. Cameron said, one more mistake and you're suspended. I said, I don't even care anymore. Halima cried and said, my son is disappearing. I said, I don't know who I am now. Bilal said, you are still Armin, remember that. I said, Armin died the day I saw them. Sarah said, you are making me look bad. I said, you did that yourself. Zayn laughed at a message and said, she chose me. I said, I feel like I am drowning in pain. Nadia said, then breathe slowly. I said, breathing doesn't help anymore. Bilal said, fight back, don't collapse. I said, I am already on the ground. Sarah said, you should move on. I said, how do I move on from betrayal? Halima said, time will heal you. I said, time feels like punishment. Bilal said, then start rebuilding yourself. I said, I don't even know where to start. Nadia said, start by surviving today. I said, surviving is all I can do. Sarah said, I am still the same person. I said, the same person wouldn't destroy me. Bilal said, this is your breaking point. I said, I think I already broke. Nadia said, now you can rebuild. I said, I feel empty inside. Halima said, empty can be filled again. I said, I don't believe that right now. Sarah said, I wish you understood me. I said, I did. That is why it hurts. Bilal said, you're not alone. I said, I feel completely alone. Nadia said, lean on us. I said, I don't know how. Halima said, just don't give up. I said, I am trying every second. Sarah said, I didn't mean to hurt you. I said, but you did anyway. Zayn said, she is with me now. I said, then I lost everything. Bilal said, no, you lost a lie. I said, that lie was my life. Nadia said, you still have a future. I said, I can't see it anymore. Halima said, I see it for you. I said, I want to disappear. Bilal said, don't say that. I said, I can't help it. Nadia said, we will help you. I said, I don't deserve help. Halima said, you deserve everything. I said, everything feels gone. Sarah said, I am sorry. I said, sorry is not enough. Bilal said, then make it mean something. I said, I don't know how. Nadia said, we will guide you. I said, I feel like I am drowning. Halima said, hold our hands. I said, I am afraid to stand. Bilal said, then stand slowly. I said, I am too tired. Nadia said, rest but don't quit. I said, I won't quit. Sarah said, please forgive me. I said, I can't do that yet. Bilal said, that is honest. I said, I just want silence. Nadia said, silence can heal. I said, then let it heal me. Halima said, you will come back stronger. I said, I hope I do. Bilal said, you already started. I said, something inside me is changing. Nadia said, that is growth. I said, I don't feel weak anymore. Sarah said, what are you becoming? I said, someone you can't break again. Bilal said, that's my friend. I said, I think I am finally waking up. Nadia said, welcome back, Armin. I said, I am not fully back yet. Halima said, you are already on your way. I said, I will keep moving forward. Bilal said, that is enough for today. I said, yes, I will continue tomorrow. Hope returns. I said, I am trying to rebuild myself, Bilal. Bilal said, then stop looking back. I said, I don't even know how to start again. Mr. Cameron said, Armin, your performance today is impressive. I said, thank you, sir. I am focusing fully now. Nadia said, you are improving every day. I said, inside, I still feel broken. Nadia said, broken things can still stand again. I said, I want to believe that statement. Bilal said, "You are finally moving forward in life." I said, "Slow progress, but yes." One morning at office, Aisha said, "You look exhausted." I said, "I've been through heavy days." Aisha said, "You should not carry everything alone." I said, "I am used to carrying pain alone." Aisha said, "That is not strength, that is suffering." I said, "No one explained that to me before." Bilal said, "Aisha feels different from others." I said, "Yes, Aisha feels honest." Aisha said, "If you ever need someone, talk to me." I said, "I don't trust easily anymore." Aisha said, "Trust is built step by step." I said, "That sounds real." Nadia said, "Aisha is good for your healing." I said, "I don't know if I am ready yet." Bilal said, "You will never feel ready, just try." I said, "Maybe that is true." I started working harder every day. Mr. Cameron said, "This version of Armin is strong." I said, "I want to prove myself again." Mr. Cameron said, "Keep this consistency." I said, "I will maintain it." Nadia said, "You smile sometimes now." I said, "It feels unfamiliar." Nadia said, "That is healing starting." I said, "Maybe healing is real." Bilal said, "Stop living in old memories." I said, "I am trying every day." One night, I discovered truth about Zain. Bilal said, "What did you find out?" I said, "Zain is involved in fraud activity." Bilal said, "That explains his behavior." I said, "Sarah is trapped in that situation." Bilal said, "Do you want to tell Sarah?" I said, "No, I will not." Bilal said, "Why not take action?" I said, "I want truth to destroy lies naturally." Bilal said, "That is a dangerous path." I said, "I am tired of chasing pain." Nadia said, "You feel calmer now." I said, "My mind feels less noisy." Aisha said, "Peace suits your personality." I said, "I still don't fully feel peace." Aisha said, "It will come with time." Bilal said, "You are changing as a person." I said, "I think I am healing slowly." One evening, I smiled without forcing it. Nadia said, "That smile feels real." I said, "It surprised even me." Bilal said, "That is your real self returning." I said, "Maybe I am finally rising again." I sat alone later and said, "I survived my own collapse." Bilal said, "Now build something new." I said, "I want control over my life again." Aisha said, "Then take it step by step." I said, "I am afraid of falling again." Aisha said, "You will not fall the same way twice." I said, "That gives me hope." Mr. Cameron said, "You are becoming a leader." I said, "I never imagined this version of me." Nadia said, "That version was always inside you." I said, "I just lost it for a while." Bilal said, "Now you are finding it again." I said, "I will not go back to darkness." Aisha said, "That is a strong decision." I said, "I choose myself now." Bilal said, "That is the strongest sentence you have ever spoken." I said, "It feels strange saying it out loud." Nadia said, "Because you are finally putting yourself first." I said, "For so long I didn't know how." Aisha said, "You're learning now." I said, "I still feel fear sometimes." Aisha said, "Fear means you're growing." I said, "I used to think fear means weakness." Bilal said, "You are not that same person anymore." I said, "I noticed that change inside me." One afternoon at office, Nadia said, "Armin, new project assignment is yours." I said, "Me? Are you sure?" Nadia said, "Mr. Cameron approved it personally." I said, "I will not disappoint anyone." Mr. Cameron said, "Lead this project with confidence." I said, "I will give my best effort." Aisha said, "I believe in your ability." I said, "That belief helps me more than you know." Bilal said, "You are building something real now." I said, "I want stability, not chaos anymore." Nadia said, "You are moving in right direction." I said, "Every step still feels new." Later Bilal said, "Zane's fraud is spreading fast." I said, "Everything he built is collapsing." Bilal said, Sarah still does not know truth. I said, truth always finds its way. Aisha said, do you feel anger now? I said, no, only distance. Aisha said, that means you are healing deeply. I said, pain feels quieter now. Bilal said, you are no longer reacting like before. I said, I am observing everything now. Nadia said, that is emotional control. I said, control feels better than chaos. Aisha said, what do you want next? I said, a life without confusion. Bilal said, you are getting that slowly. I said, I can see small progress. One night alone, I said, I survived betrayal. I said, I survived loss. I said, I survived my lowest point. Bilal said, and you are still here. I said, I will not waste this chance. Aisha said, that mindset will carry you far. I said, I am not the same man anymore. Nadia said, that is growth speaking. Bilal said, Sarah lost someone valuable. I said, I lost illusions, not myself. Aisha said, that is powerful realization. I said, I finally understand my worth. Mr. Cameron said, keep this direction. I said, I will not turn back. Nadia said, you are smiling more naturally now. I said, it feels lighter inside. Bilal said, that is real recovery. I said, I am becoming stable again. Aisha said, you are becoming stronger too. I said, I feel it every day. Bilal said, this is your rise. I said, I am ready for my future. Aisha said, then step into it. I said, I will not hesitate anymore. Nadia said, we are proud of you. I said, I am proud of myself too. I stood outside office and said, this is my new beginning. I said, I am not looking back anymore. I am choosing peace, growth, future, confidence, and self-respect every single day from now onward. I finally feel alive again and in control of myself now. I said, Sarah, I know your life is falling apart. Sarah replied, you don't know anything, Armin. I said, Zayn lost his job today. Bilal said, karma is starting. I said, I don't feel happy about it. Mira messaged me and said Sarah regrets everything. I replied then she should say it herself. Mira said her pride is stopping her. I said pride destroyed her life. Mr. Cameron said, Armin, I am promoting you to team lead. I said, are you serious, sir? He said, you earned it. Nadia said, I am proud of you. I said, I am just trying to stay stable. Bilal said, you are winning without fighting. I said, it doesn't feel like winning. Sarah texted, can we talk? I ignored it. Sarah texted again, please, Armin. I still didn't reply. Zayn said in a message, she is your problem, not mine. I said, now they blame each other. Bilal said, this is collapse. I said, I feel nothing anymore. Aisha said, you are calmer now. I said, pain feels distant. Nadia said, that is healing. Mr. Cameron said, keep this leadership energy. I said, I will not disappoint you. Mira said, Sarah cries every night. I said, I cannot fix her anymore. Bilal said, you are free now. I said, I feel different. Sarah saw me from a distance. She whispered he moved on. I walked away without turning back. Aisha said, you are strong. I said, I am finally stable. Bilal said karma finished its work. I said, and I survived it. I said, I need to stay focused on my future now. Bilal said that is the right decision. Nadia said, you are handling pressure well these days. I said, I am trying not to look back anymore. Mira said, Sarah keeps asking about you. I said she needs to face her own choices. Aisha said, you look more peaceful today. I said, peace is something I forgot long ago. Mr. Cameron said, clients are impressed with your work. I said, I will work even harder now. Bilal said, Zayn is losing everything fast. I said, he built his life on lies. Nadia said, Sarah trusted the wrong person. I said, and I trusted her. Mira said she is blaming herself now. I said, guilt comes too late. Aisha said, do you still feel pain? I said, it is still there, but weaker. Bilal said, that means you are healing. I said, healing feels strange. Nadia said, you should be proud of yourself. I said, I am learning how to be. Mr. Cameron said, you will lead bigger projects soon. I said, I will not fail this time. Mira said Sarah saw you at office yesterday. I said, I noticed her watching me. Bilal said, did it affect you? I said, not anymore. Aisha said, that is real growth. I said, I never thought I would reach this stage. Nadia said, life is changing for you. I said, I am changing with it. Bilal said, you are becoming unshakable. I said, I just want stability. Mira said she cried when she saw you smiling. I said, I cannot live in her emotions anymore. Aisha said, you are choosing yourself now. I said, for the first time in my life. Bilal said, karma is closing the circle. I said, and I am stepping out of it. I said, I am no longer the man who waits for answers. Bilal said, that is your biggest strength now. Nadia said, your confidence is returning naturally. I said, I feel it slowly building inside me. Aisha said, you should trust this new version of yourself. I said, I am still learning who I am. Mr. Cameron said, leadership requires emotional control. I said, I am practicing that every day. Mira said Sarah lost her friends too. I said loss follows bad decisions. Bilal said Zayn is isolated now. I said he created his own downfall. Nadia said people are talking about your success. I said, I prefer actions over talk. Aisha said you inspire people around you now. I said, I only want to inspire myself first. Mr. Cameron said you handle pressure like a professional. I said, pressure taught me everything. Bilal said you are no longer reactive. I said, I choose silence now. Mira said Sarah wants forgiveness. I said forgiveness cannot be forced. Nadia said she might come to you directly. I said, then I will hear her once. Aisha said, will you forgive her? I said, I don't know yet. Bilal said that answer is honest. I said, I am not rushing anything anymore. Nadia said that is maturity. I said, maybe this pain had a purpose. Aisha said it shaped who you are. I said, I agree with that now. Bilal said you survived your worst chapter. I said, and I am writing a better one. I said, I no longer fear what comes next. Bilal said that is the strongest place to be. Nadia said you have truly changed, Armin. I said I changed because I had no choice. Aisha said, or maybe because you finally wanted to. I said, yes, I finally wanted to live again. Mr. Cameron said, keep growing like this. I said, I will not stop now. Mira said, Sarah saw you leave the office today. I said, I did not look back at her. Bilal said, and that is your victory. I said, my victory is my peace. I said, I will not return to my old pain. Bilal said that chapter is closed now. Nadia said you deserve this peace. I said, I finally understand that. Aisha said your journey is just beginning. I said, I will protect my peace from now on. Aisha said you are finally choosing yourself without guilt or fear anymore. I said this is my final decision. I will move forward with strength, silence, focus, growth, and I will never let the past control me again in life ever again. I said, Sarah, why are you here now? Sarah cried and said, I need to talk to you, Armin. I said, talk fast. I don't have much to say anymore. Sarah said, I ruined everything, I know that. I said, yes, you did. Sarah said, I was wrong, I was blind. I said, I waited for truth, not excuses. Sarah said, I lost Zayn too, he left me. I said, so now you are alone. Sarah said, I regret everything every single day. I said, regret doesn't rebuild trust. Sarah said, please give me one more chance. I said, I already gave you my whole life. Sarah said, I didn't understand your love. I said, you understood it and still broke it. Sarah cried and said, I am nothing now. I said, I cannot fix what you destroyed. Bilal said she has changed completely. I said, change doesn't erase damage. Mira messaged me and said, Sarah is broken inside. I replied, broken choices lead to broken lives. Mira said, she has no money left, no support. I said, truth always collects its price. Sarah said, I can't live without you. I said, you already did. Sarah fell silent and said, I deserve punishment. I said, I am not your punishment. Sarah said, then what are you now? I said, I am someone who moved on. Bilal said, bro, you are finally free. I said, freedom feels strange but peaceful. Aisha said, you handle that with calmness. I said, I had no anger left. Sarah said, I still love you. I said love without respect is nothing. Sarah said I lost everything. I said you lost it when you chose lies. Mira said she is crying every day now. I said I hope she learns from it. Bilal said Zayn completely disappeared from her life. I said he was never real to begin with. Sarah said I ruined my own happiness. I said, yes, you did that yourself. Sarah said, can we ever go back? I said, no, we cannot. Bilal said that was strong, Armin. I said, strength comes from pain. Aisha said, you are different now. I said, I am finally myself again. Sarah said, I don't know how to live now. I said, you will learn like I did. Sarah said, I wish I never hurt you. I said, I wish that too, but it happened. Sarah stepped back crying and said, I lost you forever. I said, you lost a version of me who loved blindly. Bilal said, she is gone now. I said, and so is that chapter of my life. Mira said, Sarah will carry this regret forever. I said, then she will remember her choices. Aisha said, you are calm even in this moment. I said, I don't need chaos anymore. Sarah left slowly without looking back. I said goodbye without saying it. Bilal said, you didn't even shake. I said, because I am done breaking. Aisha said, I am proud of you. I said, I am proud I survived it. Bilal said, you are not the same Armin anymore. I said, I know I became stronger. Halima said, seeing you like this makes me happy. I said, Ammi, I am finally okay. Halima said, I missed the smile. I said, I found it again slowly. Bilal said, you turned pain into power. I said, I had no other choice. Aisha said, what do you want next in life? I said, peace and stability only. Mira said, Sarah is gone from your life forever. I said, yes, and I accept that. Bilal said, no anger, no revenge, just calm. I said, that is my victory. Aisha said, will you ever look back? I said, not anymore. Bilal said, this is your awakening. I said, I understand that now clearly. Halima said, you are my strong son again. I said, I became strong after losing everything. Mira said she is gone for good. I said, then my past is closed. Aisha said, what about your future with me? I said, I choose it willingly. Bilal said, this is a new beginning. I said, yes, my new life starts now. Sarah's voice echoed in my memory, but faded. I said, I forgive myself first. Aisha said, that is the most important part. I said, I will never return to that pain again. Bilal said, you finally broke free. I said, I finally became free. I looked ahead and said, this is my awakening, my healing, my new beginning, and I will never go back to who I was before ever again.